This is a blog where I share my personal experience. Enjoying the single life. After that, I threw myself into work. I could totally stay single forever. Work hard, play casually, rotate boyfriends. Like a daily lunch special, and just enjoy life with a laugh. That's how I saw my future. Surprisingly, the world of elder care, which I entered at my aunt's suggestion, really suited me. I started with a basic home helper certification, then got my beginner's training, and eventually earned my national caregiving license. It felt like I had proven to the world, even if you're not the smartest, you can achieve something with persistence. Later, I got certified as a care instructor, expanded into disability welfare, became a service coordinator, and eventually obtained my certification as a social service planner. I have tons of stories to tell from the welfare world, but I'll save those for another time. While I was enjoying my single life to the fullest, it came back. Cervical cancer. Round 2. I wanted to punch my past self for stopping follow-up appointments on a whim after the first time. I had a checkup during a routine OB/GYN visit, and again the test came back abnormal. Surgery was immediately scheduled, when the doctor said, the most secure option is to remove your uterus. I felt like I'd been hit in the head with a giant hammer. Wait, what? Hold on, are you saying I'll lose my uterus? I listened, half crying, as the doctor explained. Because I was still in my 20s, they decided against a full hysterectomy. Instead of laser treatment like last time, they went for a cervical conization removal of part of the cervix. Pros of a full hysterectomy. No chance of future cervical cancer. Peace of mind. No more periods. Cons. Can't get pregnant. May trigger early menopause. The emotional trauma of losing your uterus. After a lot of thinking, I chose partial removal. Pregnancy would still be possible, but with a shortened cervix. There would be a high risk of miscarriage. If I got pregnant, I might need to stay in bed for the entire pregnancy. The doctor said they'd seen patients go through 3 surgeries, stay on bed rest, and still successfully give birth. I agreed to the procedure and had the bad part removed quickly. This time, I kept up with all my follow-ups and completed the full 3 years of monitoring. The doctor even told me, if cervical cancer shows up again, it won't be a recurrence. It'll be a new case. That was as close to a green light as I could get. Now I get checked once a year, and everything's been fine. Please, seriously get your cervical cancer screenings. It doesn't matter if you're in your teens, 20s, or 30s. After that second surgery, I felt this new urge. I'm not done yet, I want to take on more challenges. So, I left the countryside and moved closer to the city. I had just earned my caregiver certification and wanted to see if I could handle a different environment. I got a job at a short-term care facility in the city. It was my first time working a rotating 3-shift schedule. Collaborating with other professionals was eye-opening and full of excitement. In the care industry, it's often said that multidisciplinary teamwork is hard to manage. Even during training, I saw tense, difficult workplaces. But the short-stay facility I worked at had a friendly and cooperative team. It was a really supportive workplace. Work, play, and love. I was living a full life. There was a guy the first hung out with a lot back then. And we spent nearly every day together. Then, one day, out of nowhere, he dumped me, harshly. I was so devastated that I even quit my job. Yep, inherited my mom's codependent tendencies. How many times do I have to say, what the hell are you doing? Still zero signs of personal growth. Then one day, I got a call from him. I answered, but it wasn't his voice, it was a woman yelling. What's going on? I asked. Apparently, a woman who had feelings for him found out about me, lost her temper, grabbed his phone, and called me. What a nightmare. Also newsflash, I wasn't even dating him. After she calmed down, we ended up having a totally normal conversation. What is this? What even is this situation? And just like that, he was out of my life. We weren't officially a couple, but he'd been my favorite, so yeah, it stung. Oh well, these things happen. I sulked for about a week, then bounced back. But then, a real tragedy struck. I got word that my best friend since elementary school had taken his own life. He had been there when my mom died. Through hard times, on fun trips, at drinking parties. He was always beside me. He used to say, I could get murdered and still survive. But in the end, he took his own life. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't imagine a world without him. The day before he died, he called me. We chatted about random things. He said, stay close with your family, your wife and kids. I never imagined that would be our final conversation. See you later. But that later would never come. His family life was complicated. And he had more than enough reasons to be broken. So part of me thought, if that brought him peace. But still it hurt. I just wanted to see that smile one more time. He'll live forever in my heart. But the grief was overwhelming. When I see you on the other side, I'm going to beat the crap out of you. That's how I feel. So until then, wait for me at the gates of hell, okay? And with his passing, I no longer wanted to stay in that place. Looking back, it felt like ever since I'd moved to that semi-urban town. Not much good had happened. I wanted out. So, I decided I was going to Tokyo. If you've had similar experiences, I'd love to hear your stories in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.